Hi! So basically, what you're about to witness is just a bunch of compilations of videos from my trip to London, which I just got back from a few days ago. And I left shortly after my East Coast trip. It was not planned at all, so I had no idea what I was going to do the whole time or what it would consist of. But I flew out, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, today I think, 2 weeks ago, and I woke up. I wasn't sure if I was gonna go, but I took a COVID test because obviously, like, if I didn't pass the COVID test, then I wasn't going. So the first thing I did was take that, and then I got the results within 15 minutes, and I immediately came home and I started packing within 30 minutes probably, and then I was on my way to the airport. Well, I booked the flight before I left, but it was a day of flight, so obviously more expensive than the cheaper flights. But anyway, very hectic because there's also a lot of stuff you have to have prepared, like you have to be vaccinated to go to the UK, you have to have a COVID test, and then you have to fill out some form. But again, no one at any point on the trip asked for my vaccination card. No one ever, either here or in the UK, ever asked for like proof of vaccination or anything. It's very weird to me because both of the countries that I've been to this summer have required vaccinated Americans, but no one has ever checked. So yeah, I flew to Dallas and no weird phone issues this time, no ladies throwing their phones in my bag or anything. And it was like a 9 to 10 hour flight to get there. It was overnight, and then I think I have a video where I talk about it when I get there. But I did not take a lot of vlogs. I took just a lot of like panning around to show views. I didn't keep up with, you know, taking videos of myself every day and explaining. But we did a lot of cool stuff while I was there. Okay, I made a whole list of the things I did so that I can remember, because they're all in the video. Well, some of them aren't, but there was so much. We watched Pretty Woman. We watched like a play performed of that. We watched a Shakespeare play at the Globe. For those that don't know, that's like where Shakespeare originally did his plays and stuff. We watched Twelfth Night, which is more of like a comedy one. We went to Windsor, which is where another castle is, and we saw Buckingham Palace. It was closed and they weren't doing anything, but I got some pictures. We were at the London Eye and Big Ben area a lot, and we walked across the bridge connecting those a whole lot. Big Ben is like under construction, so I didn't get a good amount of footage, or like you can't take good pictures of Big Ben at the moment. We did end up riding the London Eye, but it was one of the last days. I got to see my friends that I play games with over there, and we went bowling and we went to arcade. I actually ended up going to the arcade 3 or 4 different times while I was there because it's right next to the London Eye, so it was just when we didn't have anything else to do. We went to Madame Tussauds, which is like a wax museum place of famous people. We ended up going to like a board game cafe, which was really cool. We saw King's Cross, which if you're a Harry Potter fan, that's obviously where they go to get on the Hogwarts train, and they have like their own 9 3/4 platform there. We saw a lot of different parks that we walked through. One of them, James Corden was like filming a TV show. And then we had dinner one night on like the 40th floor of a skyscraper, so you could see like all the buildings around London. It made for really bad photos and videos though, because there was like glares on all the windows. And we saw London Dungeons, which was like a haunted house type thing where you learn about the history of London. We went to Kew Park, which has like a treetop walk, and that's in like the end of the video. Saw Chinatown, Soho. We saw so many different areas of London. I feel like I saw so much of London because we would just take like the trains everywhere. And then one of the last days I went to Notting Hill, which is a movie with Julia Roberts, and I saw like the bookstore that it's based on. So yeah, we saw a whole lot of stuff, and we were able to book different things to do. and the weather was actually okay. It wasn't raining every day. We did get drenched one day. We were trying to play ping pong, and it just started pouring out of nowhere. But other than that, we got an umbrella after that, and it was fine. But yeah, I'm just happy that I even got to go 2 weeks before school starts. I started work like the next day, so it was really nice that we were just able to do all of that. But anyways, everything in the video, I'll try to label so you know what it is since I didn't take any vlogs, but I'm really happy about it. I thought London was really cool. The people seemed nice to me. I really enjoyed being there. And I was panicking the morning of course, like booking a flight last minute, but I'm actually really happy that I went. So here's the footage and stuff that I got. I don't know what's going on anymore. I'm in London. I booked a flight yesterday morning and left at noon. And I'm here now. I got here really early this morning. And I'm just at this park because we have to wait for a check-in at the hotel. And I'll be here for like 2 weeks. No plans really. Yeah. So yeah, that was all the footage I got of my time in London. And then the ending part was like, you know, my flights back and everything. And now I'm preparing to start my semester of school, so I probably won't post again until like the winter if I go somewhere. I'm trying to maybe go to New York again for New Year's, but I'm not really sure. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I didn't expect to have this many videos this summer. Stuff got planned last minute, but I'm really excited that I went. It was really cool. And I'm glad that the COVID stuff worked out, and that is actually the main reason that I went. I knew that I wanted to go to London this summer, but I didn't, and that's why I went to Spain instead, because they had a rule where if you fly into London, you have to quarantine for like 10 days, and I obviously wasn't going to do that, but they lifted it like the day before I left or something, and so that's kind of why I went, is because I knew that if I went there, unless I had COVID when I got there, I'd be able to actually do stuff. So anyways, it was a really good trip, and I got to do a lot of stuff. It's actually probably my favorite city at this point in time, just because there's so many different areas, and overall it was like clean and nice and nothing was sketchy. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.